How we doing?
Great.
Good.
Can you clarify, yesterday when you're talking about punting, was it the day's punting or is it kind of the camp punting?
It was kind of what we had seen so far. I mean, I thought it was a little better today. I thought it was a little better today. We just need to be more consistent, and just kind of across the board. And I wasn't trying to single anybody out. It was just more all three guys just got to be more consistent.
Yep. So you're gonna have another 2-a-day Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then is that you're only gonna have those two?
Possibly Friday. Not quite sure.
Okay, possibly Friday. And every 2-a-day would be one at another location.
That's right.
Gotcha. Dregs just rested him today.
Yeah. He's got a bruise on his foot, so it'll probably be a couple of days. He's walking around a lot better. Feels a lot better. Had an MRI, all that stuff.
And Drew back in pads, but in red.
Yeah. Expect him to be out of the red soon. The big thing is we're just trying to limit his collisions right now. I just don't want him to get too many collisions. But he'll be fine.
With the offensive line, you've been mixing and matching a little bit more this week, seeing what combos work. Is there a time when you want to set the first line and keep these guys out there as a first team?
Yeah. I think by the end of the week. It'll give us 2 good weeks to get as much continuity as possible. And the thing we want to be able to do is have some flexibility in ball games to be able to roll some guys around and again get the best 5, 6, 7, 8 guys on the field. And so the more we can do that in practice and simulate that, the more it allows us to do it in ball games. And so that's our goal going in, is to find the best 5 and then find the best 6 and the best 7 and the best 8 and see how they all fit together. And the more we mess with them during practice, the more flexibility that gives us during ball games.
With Moore having shoulder procedures on both shoulders, is he able to extend more and hold his blocks more this camp?
I think he's stronger than he has been. I think he's got more confidence, just in his shoulders holding up. I mean, I think he feels better right now than he has. I mean, he had some knee issues this time last year that he's really not having now. And I think overall he's in better shape. He's stronger. He feels better than he has probably at any point in a while.
You've mentioned in the past that you'd like to see him get a little bit stronger in the previous season. Has he made a little bit of a step forward?
I think he has. I mean, I think it's going to be a gradual process. I mean, strength gains made with offensive linemen sometimes take time, and he's gotten stronger, and we just got to keep on developing his athleticism and bringing him along. He's still a very young lineman in the grand scheme of things, and so he's right on track right now. We just want to, he's like everybody else. We want him to be developed as quickly as we can get him developed.
What do you think of Watson's performance today?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought he ran the ball good. I mean, it was kind of we were trying to run the ball a lot today. That was something we wanted to focus on in the team period. We didn't throw many passes. We ran 21 plays in the team full tackle, and probably had 18 runs, I'm guessing. And so there wasn't a lot of throwing. We felt like we just needed to work on offensive line coming off the ball, defensive group just getting off blocks, getting to the ball and tackling. And so that was something we wanted to emphasize today.
And the tackling was Tongalava who got him from behind. That had
Yeah. Isaiah can run. I mean, that's the one thing that he's done consistently is he shows speed. He can run. He's a good athlete. We just got to get him playing.
Is McClure a little bit closer to full contact?
Yeah. I think Steph will probably just continue to progress day by day. But I think maybe first part of next week he might see a little live action.
Are there any young players you can comment on that are in the running to start this year, or mainly for depth?
Well, I think just that group of receivers. When you look at you look at the young group right now. Brandon Singleton's going to have a chance to play some. I would think Conavai would have a chance to play some. Starting there, and then obviously Samisi will have a chance to play some. We'll see kind of some other guys as they continue to develop, and then defensively, I would expect all the DBs, to play. Trey Turner, is really doing some good things. I think Jalen Hawkins, when he comes back, he's got a little bit of a dinged shoulder, but we anticipate him hopefully working his way in the mix. Billy McCrary's already worked his way in the mix. Evan Rambo has done so. Malik Psalms has done so. D linemen, again, are a little bit later to come around sometimes than the skill positions. But he's, those guys, I think, when Saffold comes back and gets a little bit more, cleared to practice a little bit more, I think, he's going to have a possibility to maybe work his way into some playing time. And, we'll see what happens with New Day and some of the other guys. So it's we're still trying to evaluate them. I mean, we think that there's a lot of athleticism with those young group, especially the wide receivers and DBs. and you know, they can play a lot on special teams and just continue to grow up and give us some meaningful reps on offense.
The season's only a couple of weeks away. How confident do you feel in the defense's ability to get the necessary stops to help the offense out?
Well, you know, we're still a work in progress, you know, right now. I think that, you know, across the board, I mean, whether it's offense, defense, whatever it is, I mean, we're not, you know, we certainly don't feel like we're ready to play anybody right now. You know, we just got to keep improving and getting better. And, you know, our coverage is much improved. I know that Darius White and Darius Allensworth are both playing at a high level. I mean, I've been really pleased with what they've done. You know, I'd like to see a third corner step up. We're not quite sure who that's going to be yet. There's been guys that have had some good moments, but it hasn't been a consistent body of work quite yet, like the other two guys have shown us. But if we can get those guys playing at a higher level, and then again the group of safeties start to develop with Luke playing well, and you know, DeMaurier playing well and getting back, and then if you throw Steph in the mix, and you know, Deron Brown and you know, all the guys. There's a bunch of guys that we think can get in there and give us some meaningful reps. And so, you know, they're still developing, still learning. Anytime you're playing with young guys, you know, 12, 13 practices in, they're not going to be ready to play. But the key is that, you know, after practice 27, they're ready to play. And so it's going to be a development.
Is McCreary more of a corner or a safety?
Well, he's playing nickel for us right now, and he'll play some corner as well.
Steph did not have a red jersey on today, but he didn't do any contact
stuff.
Right. What's his timetable?
Yeah, I think more contact, maybe first part of next week, I'm guessing, maybe weekend and first part next week. You know, same old deal. We don't want to set him back, but at the same time, you know, he needs to start getting some reps.
Are you hopeful he'll be ready to play in the first game?
Yeah.
Okay. But not so much with Griffin at this point? Don't know?
Don't know yet. I wouldn't rule it out, but he's probably not quite as far along yet.
Okay. DeMaurier a few more days away from really doing a lot?
Yeah, he did a lot today. He'll do more tomorrow.
Did he get dinged or?
Yeah, he just wasn't feeling great. So he'll just kind of keep working through his deal and hopefully feel better.
Is there a timetable on Bryce?
He got a sprained foot or a bruise. So he was walking around fine today. I think, you know, middle of the week, I would imagine.
There's no rush to get him back?
Not necessarily. We just want to let him get healthy. But, I mean, you know, it's one of those deals where, you know, I think he was probably a little too sore to be able to push through it today, but I'm hoping that in the middle of the week he'll be fine.
You're shuffling out the offensive line. Looks like Granado's now been the center for about 3 days in a row. Is that starting to look like what you're going to do?
Yeah, I think, you know, we're just trying to get comfortable with that option if that's the way it works out. I think right now, you know, he's been pretty consistent, and that's what we wanted to see was you know, his consistency at that position. You know, we've repped Rigsby enough where if we're not getting what we want, we can always make that move. And, you know, and Samisi keeps coming, and you know, we've got to keep developing the other guys. And, you know, Cam Bennett, I think, is done some good things as well to make us feel a little bit better about it, finding another guard. So, you know, it's all about figuring it out. You know, Aaron Cochran's really played well. You know, I think he's probably as improved as anybody. And again, when you start having more guys that you feel strongly about, it gives you more options.
Stephen Moore healthy?
Yeah, Stephen's fine. We're just giving him a day.
Because he's had a couple of days off recently, right?
Yeah, we're just not doing much with him. Just making sure he feels good.
Well, see everybody else in those spots as well.
Exactly. Just gives us a chance to get more guys reps.
Okay.
Farley was on the thin side up until this year. It seems like he's thicker. Are you happy with the
Yeah, I think that was one of the things Brian needed to do. You know, he's been one of those guys that's always been on the verge of being able to play for us. You know, he's a good athlete. He fits what we want our tackles to be able to do, you know, because he's long and he's athletic. You know, the last deal for him was just, you know, strength and size. And, you know, he made a real dedication in the offseason to really work hard in the weight room and to get his weight up. And, you know, he's in the 290s now and still moves well and just be able to hold up a little bit better. I think that was big for him. You know, just that was kind of the final step for him.
Is he still playing club lacrosse at all?
Yeah, not during football, he's not. So.
Do you think that's made it difficult for him to get bigger?
Yeah, and I think more than anything else, just kind of, you know, I don't know that he was ever really convinced he needed to get bigger. You know what I mean? And I think he knows now how important it is to, you know, to have that weight and just the difference in his strength that it gives him.
Had some good moments out of your running backs, looked like today.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought we were trying to focus on running the ball. I mean, that was kind of our focus today. We just wanted to get a lot of live tackling. And especially with the young offensive linemen, you know, their pass protection's been kind of spotty, but we wanted to see them run the ball, and, you know, I thought they did some good things.